There are three things you should know about fish oils. They're important for the body, but only and only if they basically meet certain purity criteria. And what are those criteria? The first one is the level of oxidation. If you're putting oxidized fish oils into the body, they're going to do you more harm than good. The second aspect is the amount of toxins. All fish oils, all crude fish oils, contain toxins. They're known as polychlorinated biphenyls. And these are like the Roach Motel. Once they check in, they don't check out. So you really want to have now fish oils that basically don't have oxidation and don't have toxins. But there's a third component. It isn't very talked about in terms of the fish oil industry. It's called isomerization. That is the changing of the configuration of the omega-3 fatty acids in space, so they become transformed from nutrients to anti-nutrients. Anti-nutrients meaning they actually inhibit the actions of omega-3 fatty acids. So that aspect, we see from a marketing standpoint, people say, I have the highest potency fish oil in the world. Be careful what you wish for, because how you make fish oil is to take crude fish oil, break down the fatty acids, reassemble them, and then try to increase the purity of the omega-3 or the potency of the omega-3 and the DHA. This requires a technology called molecular distillation, which means you heat the fatty acids up to a very high temperature, about 190 degrees centigrade, keeping in mind that water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. At those high temperatures, you can oxidize the oil. And to get the higher and higher potencies, you had to go through the molecular still over and over and over again. And as a consequence, you get more and more oxidation. You can find out how much oxidation a fish oil has by a standard test. It's called TOTOX. If the numbers are high, basically it's unsuitable for human consumption. A great number of fish oils are unsuitable for human consumption. But that's the price you pay oftentimes for higher potency. The second aspect are basically toxins. Toxins like polychlorinated biphenyls or PCBs. These are toxins which basically are endemic throughout the world and are really indestructible. And so if they're found in crude fish oil, and that fish oil is purified but not removing the PCBs, those toxins are going to end up in your body, and they're known neurotoxins, carcinogens, and endocrine disruptors. But there's a third aspect. This is called isomerization. We talked about basically the omega-3 fatty acids needing to be going to higher concentrations or higher temperatures to kind of get higher concentrations. They can also induce isomerization, where now the fish oils change their configuration. They become transformed from nutrients to anti-nutrients. So as you look for fish oils, you're looking for all these three components, asking the question to yourself, degree of oxidation, degree of removal of PCBs, and degree of isomerization. And this is why when people, from a marketing standpoint, try to go to higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, they start to degrade the fish oil. And this is especially true of fish oils used as pharmaceutical drugs. So a good rule of thumb, that any fish oil that contains more than 85% EPA and DHA probably has very high levels of isomerization. Now it's no longer a nutrient, it is now an anti-nutrient.